Welcome to Harness Ancient Wisdom. Amongst Vikings, there are some expeditions or bands of Vikings that stand out as especially amazing stories. So legendary, it is hard to tell if it is fact or fiction. The Vikings are remembered as some of the best warriors, greatest settlers, and greatest explorers of their age. But even amongst legendary Vikings, one group stands out. We know Vikings as fierce warriors, daring sailors, and restless explorers. Their longships, adorned with fearsome dragon heads, carried them across the North Sea and the Atlantic. They raided, traded, and settled, leaving their mark on history from North America to the Caspian Sea. But their voyages eastward were more than just raids. The Vikings sought wealth and glory, yes. They were also drawn by the allure of the unknown and the promise of new opportunities. Eastern Europe beckoned with its vast rivers, rich trade routes, and powerful empires. These Norse adventurers, these eastward voyagers, would become known as the Varangians. The Varangians were not a unified nation. They were a diverse group of Norse warriors, traders, and adventurers. These were the Vikings that headed east. Some were driven by ambition, others sought their fortunes as mercenaries. All of them possessed the seafaring skills, martial prowess, and adventurous spirit that defined the Viking Age. Their eastward journeys took them across the Baltic Sea. They navigated the rivers of modern-day Russia and Ukraine. These rivers became their highways, their lifelines. They traveled as far as the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, reaching the Byzantine Empire and the Abbasid Caliphate. Along the way, they traded, raided, and forged alliances with the Slavic and Finnic peoples they encountered, leaving a lasting legacy. The Eastern European landscape in the 9th century was a patchwork of Slavic and Finnic tribes, each with their own unique cultures and traditions. Many of these tribes lived in small, independent settlements, often isolated from one another. They were often engaged in conflict with each other, vying for resources and territory. Into this volatile mix came the Varangians, a group of Norse warriors and traders. The Varangians' superior military skills and organization gained influence and power over the local tribes. You can imagine the giant, well-organized Vikings fighting an unorganized bunch of villagers. This was no match. According to the primary chronicle, a key source for early East Slavic history, a Varangian chieftain named Rurik was invited to rule the city of Novgorod in 862 AD, marking a significant turning point. Rurik and his brothers arrived with their war bands, bringing order and stability to the region, which had been plagued by internal strife. This event is traditionally considered the founding of the Kievan Rus, the first organized East Slavic state. Rurik's successors expanded their rule southwards, conquering Kiev and making it their capital, a move that would shape the region's history. Kiev was strategically located on the Dnieper River, a vital trade route connecting Scandinavia with the Byzantine Empire. This was of vital economic importance and gave the owner a lot of power and wealth. The Varangian rulers of Kiev controlled this trade, amassing wealth and power, and establishing Kiev as a major trading hub. The Varangians, like Vikings almost everywhere, did not simply conquer and rule. They mixed into the local society. We see this in modern-day countries like France, Ireland, and England, to name but a few. They intermarried with the local Slavic population, creating strong familial and cultural ties. They adopted Slavic customs and language, blending their own traditions with those of the locals. The name Rus, from which Russia is derived, is believed to have originally referred to the Scandinavian rulers, but it grew to signify much more. It eventually came to encompass all the East Slavic people under their rule, uniting diverse tribes under a single identity. The Varangians, though initially foreign conquerors, played a pivotal role in shaping the identity and destiny of the East Slavs, leaving a lasting legacy. The Byzantine Empire, centered on the magnificent city of Constantinople, was a beacon of civilization in the medieval world, renowned for its grandeur and strategic importance. Known for its immense wealth, rich culture, and formidable military might, the empire attracted merchants, scholars, and soldiers from across Europe and Asia, all eager to partake in its prosperity. Among these soldiers of fortune were the Varangians, fierce warriors whose reputation for ferocity and unwavering loyalty reached the ears of the Byzantine emperors, making them highly sought after. In the late 10th century, the Byzantine Emperor Basil II faced numerous threats from both internal factions and external enemies. He needed elite troops, warriors he could trust implicitly to defend his throne and safeguard his empire from these looming dangers. He found these exceptional warriors in the Varangians, who were eager to serve in exchange for wealth and honor. Basil II recruited Varangians into his personal bodyguard, forming the nucleus of what would become the legendary and elite Varangian Guard. The Varangian Guard was more than just a bodyguard. They were an elite unit of warriors. They were the emperor's most trusted soldiers, known for their loyalty and combat prowess. They fought in the Byzantine army's most dangerous and critical campaigns, often turning the tide of battle. The Varangians were known for their unwavering loyalty to the emperor, their fearsome fighting skills and their imposing physique, which struck fear into their enemies. Can you just imagine the imposing size of a Norseman wielding a massive axe in battle? No doubt a massive psychological blow to any enemy, probably a massive physical blow as well. Though it must be said that over time the Guard was not exclusively composed of Norse warriors, it was a diverse group. It included Anglo-Saxons, Scots, Irishmen and other Northern Europeans, all united by their loyalty to the emperor. All who served in the Varangian Guard swore an oath of loyalty to the Byzantine emperor, pledging their lives to his service. They pledged to defend him and the empire with their lives, often standing as the last line of defense. They became an integral part of the Byzantine military machine, playing crucial roles in both strategy and combat. For centuries, the Varangian Guard served as the emperor's shadows, protecting them from internal plots and external enemies alike, ensuring the stability and continuity of the Byzantine Empire. The Varangian Guard's reputation was forged in blood and fire, earning them a legendary status. Armed with their iconic two-handed axes, they were a formidable force to be reckoned with on the battlefield. They served in numerous campaigns throughout the Byzantine Empire's vast domains, from the scorching deserts of the Levant to the rugged mountains of Anatolia. One of their most famous victories came in 1041 AD at the Battle of Clydium. The Byzantine Empire was locked in a bitter struggle with the Bulgarians. The Varangian Guard, under the command of Emperor Michael IV, played a decisive role in the Byzantine victory. Their furious charge broke the Bulgarian lines, securing a significant triumph for the empire. They were renowned for their bravery, discipline, and unwavering loyalty. Their presence on the battlefield often turned the tide of battle in the Byzantines' favor. The sight of these towering warriors, their axes gleaming in the sunlight, struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. As the centuries passed, the influence of the Varangians began to wane. The Byzantine Empire faced new challenges, and the Varangian Guard slowly integrated with other mercenary forces. Meanwhile, back in Scandinavia, the Norsemen were becoming part of the broader Christian European world, leaving behind their pagan roots. Though their presence faded, the legacy of the Varangians endures. From the founding of the Kievan Ruses to their elite service in the Byzantine court, the Varangians left a lasting impact on the regions they touched, a testament to the far-reaching influence of the Norsemen during the Viking Age. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to explore more stories from the past. Harness ancient wisdom.